What's up, everybody? I'm going to be teaching you how to go from this brassy color to like this. Now, what you're going to see in this video right here is first me actually go through all the process. I'm going to show you what I do, and at the very end I'm going to explain some things to you, such as what different volume developer is and how it works. So stick around for that. And also at the end of the video, if you want me to show you what all the products are, let me know, because I'll make a video on that.
Oh my God, he's naked. So the first stage is we're gonna get out all of the knots in our hair system. This is something I've already done, but what I like to do is first use a tangle teaser, and then I'll take a brush like this right here. So that way we're truly getting all the knots out. This gets a lot of the knots out like on a finer scale. So I don't like to do it first. And if you do find a really tangly knot, what I like to do is grab the hair up above, and then I can apply more pressure to it. If you apply a lot of pressure without grabbing the hair up above, it can really put a lot of strain on the hair system and pull out the hair.
Now, the next thing you're gonna need is a little bit of a bowl. I got this right here. It's collapsible because I'm currently traveling, so it's very convenient, but any old bowl will do. And the other thing that you're gonna need is this brush, this applicator. All of these are essential for what we're about to do, which is color the hair. Now, the next phase here that's really important for you to know is you need two things. You need developer and you need color. Stick around to the end of the video. I'll explain how developers work and why we use the developer that we're using. You should be able to use the same as me. And we need color. So what I get is a 10 developer, and I get my color hair. I get 6 ash, which is light brown, right? 6 ash, that's my particular color. You don't want to get the same color as me. You want to get the same color as your system pretty much. So what we're about to do is actually take both of these and we're going to mix them in, and we're going to do it 1-to-1. So the same ratio on both. So I'm gonna squeeze in this stuff right here, and I've used quite a bit from this before. So this is like the last little bit that's inside of this tube. And now we'll mix in basically an even amount of developer. So I got it to look like that. Now what we'll do is we will start mixing it together until it's one gelatinous soup. Dang. Body's looking pretty good. And real quick, if you guys do need a hair system from Levivid, I can get it on my corporate account, probably for 50 to 100 bucks off after shipping. So just DM me down below on Instagram or email, and I'll get that arranged for you if you need it. If not, let's continue with the video.
All right, so here we are. We are about to start applying the color to the hair. If anybody's got better tips for this, please, you can let me know in the comments below. But what I like to do, and I don't know if this is the proper way to do it, this is all do-it-yourself stuff, and I'm just making my way downtown, walking fast, joking. What I like to do though is I like to start from one side and basically apply it in layers. So that way I can get it on all of the hair and kind of like an even distribution. Because if you just go about and try to get all of the hair by just applying it without kind of segmenting it, I think what happens, and I could be wrong, but I think what happens is that you miss a lot. And when you miss a lot, you obviously don't get a good, color. You get stuff that you missed. So that's why we're doing it this way right here. So what I've done, right, is I've gotten the color on this segment. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna basically kind of peel back a little bit more hair. I'm basically gonna do the same exact thing as I just did, but now on this next little segment. I think this is the right way to do it. I could be wrong. Since when does Jake do everything the right way? Never. I'm just a rebel without a cause.
So here we are. We have the whole thing basically colored. So I'm gonna let this sit now for about 15 to 20 minutes. So this is a great time for me to basically go clean my scalp. I took this system off of my head. I'm gonna go clean my scalp, make sure that's all ready. That way I can wash this out and then I can start putting on the adhesive. That way we're doing this pretty quick. This process should not take you, if you're doing it by yourself, really more than an extra 20 minutes. Or an extra 30 minutes, I guess, because we need to let the color sit. All right, it has been 20 minutes. As you can see, this is definitely darker than it was. So what we're gonna do now is wash out all of the color.
No particular secret here. I just like to get all the color out.
And boom, it's time to apply. See you on the other side. All right, guys, installation is complete. You can see that the color is way better than it was, better match, less brassy, all that kind of fun stuff. So now that we've got it installed, really what I like to do is I like to treat the hair well. I love to give it a little bit of a treat and put some argan oil in it. If you've got some product, a conditioner, do that. I've got a specific product here that I'll actually show with you in the next video. Man, it really does wonders for the hair, protects it, helps with the damage and stuff. So after you color a hair, it definitely is harsh on the system. So it's not something you want to be doing a ton, but it needs to be done. Hair systems are meant to be used, and don't be afraid to go out there, live your life, and use the system. That's what it's designed to do, to be used. So yes, it will kind of damage your system, but it's okay. So will living. Living will damage your body. Go out there, live. Go out there, have fun. Boom, and this is the final result. So we're back to a pretty good color right here for the hair, which, this just extends the longevity of your hair system by such a crazy amount that if you don't know how to do this, really, you should be going to a professional. But the thing is, you can kind of do this at home, Now, if you guys want me to make a follow-up video on which which developer and which hair colors I use, so that way you can do the same, let me know in the comments below. Happy to do that for you. But I want to explain before you go basically what the different volume developers are and what they're used for and why we use 10. So in short, you can get a 10, a 20, a 30, a 40 volume developer, and they kind of do different things. You can also get a 5 volume that's kind of becoming a newer thing. But for our purpose, we're going to use 10. Now, the reason for this is really the volume or developer refers to kind of the hydrogen peroxide level that's inside of the developer. Now, the stronger the developer, the more the cuticle is going to open and more lightening of natural pigment potential it has. So because we're going darker, we're actually not lifting, which means to lighten the color of the hair. We're actually not lifting the color. We're just darkening it. So we can use 10 volume, which slightly opens the cuticle and allows for kind of like a moderate penetration of the color molecules. And it can be used to really deposit that permanent color. However, you might have some trouble with grays, so that might not work. And this right here, if you use it with bleach, but we're not even getting into lightening hair color. That's a whole other topic. It can lift it a little bit. Now 20, 30, and 40, all of those are really designed to use with hair color that we're trying to lift the hair color. We're not doing that, so that's why we stick with 10. And that kind of, think about it, right? The more that you open up the cuticle, the more it's kind of put some stress on the hair. So we want to go as light as possible. It's probably worth checking out 5 volume developer. I haven't done it yet. Maybe it's good. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I can't speak to it. But if you do this and you're darkening your hair, man, it can get so much more longevity out of your hair. It looks so much more natural. This is something, as the system ages, you can do every, 6 to 8 weeks. Don't go overboard, because it definitely does kind of damage the hair a little bit. Hair systems are already, pretty processed, but Really good stuff. I hope this helps you. If you want to know which exactly colors I use, which developer I use, on the market, all that kind of stuff, I'm definitely happy to make another video so you guys can get all this stuff yourself. All right, take care.